Ever wonder why some people are unable to commit? Why they unbe faithful in relationships? Or why they just jump from one relationship to another without giving it a real shot? Well, Robert Sternberg created a triangular theory of love that illustrates how love affects us in 3 different ways: passion, intimacy, and commitment. And as these 3 points illustrate, most people stop at the stage of lust. They never really move forward into true love. So today we're going to cover the 5 stages of lust so that you can identify where you might be stopping others from progressing. No. 1. Infatuation. This is the initial attraction we feel towards someone. We get this overwhelming feeling when we see them. We want to be around them all the time. We talk for hours together and we're excited to spend more time with them. It's like a magnet pulling you towards them. But Sternberg says that this is the first stage of lust. It's the stage that most people get stuck in because infatuation is based off of superficial factors. You like what you see. You may not really know much about them, but you're attracted to their physical appearance, maybe their social status, their accomplishments, or other superficial qualities. And, while this is a natural place to start, it's also a dangerous place to stay, because if you judge a book by its cover, you may miss out on the story inside. Infatuation can make us act impulsively, like we ignore our own values and morals for this person. We might change our style, our interests, even our opinions, just to fit in with theirs. Or we become envious of those they spend time with. We may distance ourselves from our friends and family just to spend more time with them, and we could find ourselves constantly comparing everyone else to them. But Sternberg said that, while this is an exciting phase, it's also a short-lived one. Why it is important to not ignore red flags and to remember that looks are in everything, because there's more to a person than their achievements, their looks, or their social status. There's their personality, their passions, and who they truly are as a person. And if you rush into something just based off of lust, you might end up losing yourself in the process. No. 2. Desire. When we enter the second stage of lust, desire, we start to fantasize about being intimate with the object of our affection. Maybe you've been talking to someone for a while now. You have your first kiss, you feel butterflies in your stomach, and you start to fantasize about what it would be like to be more intimate with them. Now, Robert Sternberg said that this stage is marked by heightened arousal. You might find yourself thinking about them non-stop. You daydream about being close to them. You might even lose sleep because of it. But this is where you have to take a step back and be careful. Because desire can lead to obsession. It can make us feel desperate for this person. And if we don't get what we want, we might throw tantrums or lash out at others. In relationships, this can look like jealousy, possessiveness, and codependency. You need this person in order to be happy. You can't stand to be apart from them. But Sternberg said that this kind of desire is dangerous because it sets a bad foundation for a relationship. And this is where many relationships go wrong. They give into their desires too soon and base the relationship off of sex rather than a deeper connection. And while intimacy is a big part of any relationship, it shouldn't be the only thing, because a healthy relationship needs to be built on more than just physical attraction. It needs to be built on trust, communication, and mutual respect. Otherwise, it will fizzle out just as quickly as it started. So before you give in to your darkest desires, ask yourself if you're ready for what comes next. Because once you do, there's no turning back. Stage 3. Obsession. This is the make or break point. Here, you're fully immersed in the relationship. Your whole world revolves around them. You think about them constantly. You talk to them all the time, and you're constantly trying to be close to them. But Sternberg said that this is the last stage before true love. The problem is, most people get stuck here and never move on. And this is what we call being in love. When you're obsessed with someone, it can feel like the greatest thing in the world. It can make you feel alive, passionate, and excited. But it can also make you vulnerable, needy, and jealous. This is where you need to be careful, because sometimes our obsession can be a sign that we're losing ourselves in the relationship. We might start to neglect our own needs and wants for this person. We might put them on a pedestal and ignore their flaws. We might even feel like we can't live without them. But Sternberg said that this is a dangerous place to be. Being obsessed with someone can lead to feelings of desperation and possessiveness. And, while we might think that these feelings are normal in a loving relationship, they can actually be signs of a toxic one. If you find yourself getting jealous or possessive over your partner, if you feel like you can't live without them, or if you start to neglect your own needs and wants for theirs, then you need to take a step back and reassess the relationship, because while obsession may feel intense and passionate, it's not a healthy foundation for a lasting and fulfilling partnership. It's a thin line to walk and one that many fall victim to, so be careful. Number 4. Love. This is the stage most people never reach. According to Sternberg, this is where the relationship becomes more stable and rooted in something deeper than just passion and desire. You've gotten to know each other on a deeper level. You understand each other's values, beliefs, and goals. You communicate openly and honestly with each other. You're committed to working through any challenges that come your way. You feel like you can be yourselves around each other, and you feel completely comfortable with who the other person is. This is what we call being in love. You feel a deep sense of connection with them. You care about their happiness and well-being. You're willing to make sacrifices for them, and you feel like you can't imagine your life without them. But Sternberg said that this is a special place to be. It's the place where most relationships fail to reach, and it's a sign of a strong and healthy bond. If you feel like you can trust them with your deepest secrets, if you feel like you can rely on them for support, and if you feel like you can be honest with them no matter what, then you might be experiencing true love. It's a rare and precious thing, and it's important to cherish it. Not everyone is lucky enough to experience it, so if you're fortunate enough to have found it, hold on to it tightly. No. 5. Acceptance. The final stage of love is acceptance. This is the place where you've reached a deep sense of contentment and fulfillment in your relationship. You've come to accept each other for who you truly are, flaws and all. You've learned to forgive each other and move forward together through any challenges that come your way. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for having them in your life. You feel like you've grown and changed for the better because of them. You feel like you can face anything as long as you have them by your side. But Sternberg said that this is the place where most relationships aspire to be. It is the place where you've let go of your need to change each other and have accepted each other for who you truly are. It is the place where you've stopped trying to meet your own needs through the relationship and instead focus on meeting the needs of your partner. You've learned to communicate effectively with each other and have stopped trying to be perfect for each other. Instead, you're real with each other and open about your struggles. You're recommitted to making things work and are willing to put in the effort to keep the relationship strong. You're grateful for the love you share and are excited to see where the future takes you together. This is the place where most relationships want to be, but few ever reach. It's the place where you've found true love and acceptance. If you're lucky enough to find this, hold on to it tightly because it's a rare and precious thing. Lust is a powerful force, but it doesn't have to control you. By understanding the 5 stages of lust and recognizing the importance of moving beyond them, you can break free from their grip and create a life that is fulfilling and true to who you are. Remember that you deserve to be loved for who you are, and that true love requires vulnerability, trust, and commitment. Don't settle for less. Keep moving forward and don't give up on finding the love that you deserve. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.